What's up, guys? I'm going to do a quick video today on ALGORAND. With the recent price action we've had, we've seen that ALGORAND has exploded about off of its complete bottom around 8 cents. We hit as much as 172 cents to the upside, or 172% to the upside. We hit around 22 cents today. Uh, so we're finally seeing some price action here, which is great to see because Algo had the most brutal bear market out of almost like probably out of most of the top 100. Uh, it was just in this massive like falling wedge here. We dropped from the peak to the bottom 97%. So absolutely brutal. Even when Bitcoin was getting bounces, Algorand was still just getting dumped on. We're going to go over why that was happening, and why it's actually a good thing and it has set us up for an amazing bull run. And we can already see here that out of the ISO tokens, like the new financial system tokens that we always talk about, XRP, XLM, HBAR Quant, Algorand is currently performing very well compared to the other ones, which are lagging behind. And we're going to just go over some of that information. I wanted to dive in to some of the connections that Algorand has with, the World Economic Forum, the United Nations, the people in power, and show why this blockchain is integral and going to play a big part in the new financial system, and just kind of go over what we're expecting to see for algo this coming bull run. It's exciting times, and it's just really good to finally see this project moving. I think it's a sleeper, and a lot of people were really fudding Algorand throughout this bull market because of how poor it was doing and how much it was bleeding. But I think it's setting up to have probably one of the biggest moves in the top 100, in my opinion. Not financial advice. I'm just some guy on the internet that looks at crypto and enjoys watching the charts and doing research on all this stuff and seeing where the world's headed. But in my opinion, Algorand could have some of the biggest returns in the market. If we just pull, let me do like a little Fibonacci retrace to see what a 4236 extension would look like. Yeah. So if we were to hit the 4236 extension on Algo this cycle, we'd hit around $12, which that would be an insane gain off the lows, right? If we were to go from the lows and go all the way up to $12. That's, hang on. That's like 150x. Yeah, like almost 150x, 14,600%. So who knows how high we'll actually go? I think breaking all-time highs is a minimum. I could easily see Algo going to around like $5 right here, the 1618. Uh, but let's dive into some of the information that I have for you today. So first, we'll just go through this long post here, by Eldar on Twitter. He goes, he's basically listing just some of the statistics. So in anticipation of the next bull run, look, the thing is Algo has a total supply of 10 billion and currently circulating. When was this written? This was written in July. So I believe now if we go to Algo, circulating supply is, yeah, 8 billion out of 10 billion. So they've been releasing a lot of coins onto the market. So now almost all of the total supply is out on the market. It's set us up so that there's not going to be much more inflation moving forward compared to what there has been. And that I believe is what has caused so much of the bleeding throughout this bear market, is that they have been releasing a lot of tokens, right? So he says here, as we all know, Algo Foundation has been front loading Algo distribution. So arguably the worst of Algo's token distribution and inflation is behind us. And we should be entering extremely low yearly inflation of about 2.8% until 2030, when the last of the Algo will be distributed. So he says, true, there's been plenty of things to be annoyed about when it comes to Algo, but there's a lot of positives. So the thing with Algorand, we get 10,000 transactions per second, 3.3-second settlement finality, transaction fees of 0.001 algo, 0%, zero downtime, carbon negative, no on-off button, proof of stake, post-quantum security, and state proofs, interoperability, eliminating third-party risk. And this is what I'm saying. Algorand does everything that Ethereum does, but exceptionally better. It's fast, it's secure, and it's cost efficient and carbon negative, right? So it's an efficient blockchain, okay? And I think that's the biggest thing and why this has the most use case as we move into this blockchain financial system, right? And then this is from a while ago. So the World Economic Forum and Algorand are well connected. Algorand is mentioned on the World Economic Forum's website. And if you go back to this document released in June of 2021, talking about cryptocurrencies from the World Economic Forum, a global future council on cryptocurrencies. Let's type in Algorand. It mentions Algorand here by name. It says Algorand is an open source permissionless proof of stake blockchain protocol. The network enables traditional finance and decentralized finance businesses to build decentralized applications. Algo allows for 1,000 transactions per second with a ledger close time of approximately 5 seconds. Okay, so that's huge. As you can see here, it also mentions stuff like Cardano, Celo. I've never heard of this one. XRP, Solana, Stellar. So Solana is mentioned in here, which is surprising to me. I didn't even know that Solana had connections to the WEF, but that's actually interesting, and I might have to look into that more, to be honest. Okay, and then some more recent news we have here from Mason Versus. He tweets out the United Nations Development Partner Program partners with ALGO. They just launched the Algorand Blockchain Academy, and he puts a quote: "The academy will be made available to over 22,000 United Nations staff in 170 plus countries." So I'm not exactly sure what this entails, but the fact that you have the project partnering with the United Nations development program, like that's not a small thing. That's a big partnership, and I think that this is helping fuel some of that price action that we're seeing right now, right? So again, we have the chart here from Crypto Bullet. Algo in 118% profit. You're welcome. And he tweeted out this chart of the falling wedge, and he tweeted it out in the beginning of October or the middle of October, showing that it hadn't broken out yet, but that once we do, it should be explosive, and that's exactly what we've gotten. It's been an explosive breakout. So, you'd expect falling wedge, pump, falling wedge, continuation, and I think this is just the beginning. I think there's a lot of room to run and a lot of upside for Algo in the coming weeks and coming months as this bull market really gets underway. And then we just have a few funny tweets here, right? So from Joyride Algo, 8 billion people finally realizing there are only 10 billion Algo ever. So it it's just showing like the most of the supply is already out there, and there's not much left. And I think that's going to fuel a lot of positive price action moving forward. It was tough to sit through all of this, but it set us up to have a good time from here on out. Finally, from NYC Algo, Algo coming for that top 10 market cap where it rightfully belongs. Because as we can see here, market cap around 1.6 billion. We go through the market caps. To get to that top 10, got to get to 11 billion. So that would be a 10x from here. A little less than a 10x to get up there, but that'd put Algo at like $1.50, $2. It's not bad. And I think once we get really in the swing of this bull market, you're gonna see a lot of these like high cap layer one tokens hitting around I guess 30 to 70 billion in market cap. I would not be surprised. We were there last bull run. Solana's already there, 30 billion. So I think that there's a lot of potential for a lot of these projects with around, what's H bar at? H bar 2 billion, 2.5 billion, XLM, don't say it on here. Quant 1.5 billion. There's so much room for these projects to run and get like 10 or 20x gains from where they're at, because I don't think a $30 billion market cap on these, especially these projects with extreme utility, is that far-fetched. I think that's just the beginning. That's going to be easy to see, right? So we'll see what happens. I think things are looking really optimistic for the future of this project, and it is one of those ones that's interconnected with the World Economic Forum and the United Nations and these big players. It's also ISO 20022 compliant. Again, who knows with that narrative that's been going on for a while? How important is it really? Time will tell, I guess. But Algorand, finally looking exciting, finally getting some good price action. We love to see it. Love to see where it goes from here. We have had a really explosive move. Wouldn't be surprised to have some kind of pullback on a lot of these coins, to be honest. But who knows? Maybe Bitcoin just decides it's moon season and it continues ripping, and we see everything continue to follow. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it provided some information and some value to you. If you did enjoy, leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.